Believe it or not, there are a lot of vitamins and minerals in meat and in whole eggs, okay? More than you would think. And this is the subject for an entirely different video. But I just want to say right now that this is not a nutrient deficient diet, okay? By eating meat and eggs, you can get all the vitamins and minerals you need and you can live a very healthy life. That being said, there are in fact supplements that I take whether I'm on the steak and eggs diet or any other kind of diet, okay? Just to kind of like cover all bases, take care of every nutrient possible. And that's also a reason why I try to eat 3 times a day. Okay, you go on the steak and eggs diet where you eat twice a day, maybe 3 times a day. I always try to space out my meals so I eat at least 3 times a day, because the way, and you'll see the way I take my supplements, they tend to be in like multiples of 3. I think I get the best absorption of the supplements I take when I take them in 3 intervals instead of just once or twice a day. First of all, I take a simple multivitamin. Okay, this one I got from Walgreens. I don't really look in particular for a certain type of multivitamin. Like I said, I eat very healthy, so I get most of the vitamins and minerals I need from my food. But just to round everything off and make sure I cover all bases, I take a simple multivitamin. My nutrition is an ongoing thing. I may look into some more sophisticated multivitamin blends, and I'll of course do videos about them, but for right now all I do is just take one of these in the morning with my meal. Alright, vitamin C. When I was really started to learn a lot about bodybuilding and nutrition and stuff in the 90s, Linus Pauling, Nobel Prize when I was still alive, he was talking a lot about vitamin C. A lot of the bodybuilders, the fitness women from back then were talking about vitamin C. So what I take is, and this is something I've been doing for a very long time, is I take 1 gram, okay, 1,000 milligrams, 3 times a day. Okay, like I said, this is an example of why I like to eat 3 times a day. I just take 1,000 milligram tab with each of my 3 meals. And I really believe that this is what keeps me so healthy, okay? I mean, I think I've aged well in terms of being able to exercise really hard, even though I'm 41, almost 42. The exercises I do are for a while I was basically doing nothing but HIIT cardio, which is extremely strenuous on your body. For a while, right recently, I'm still doing a lot of HIIT cardio, but I'm also doing a lot of really heavy weighted calisthenics. So like I said, the workouts I do are very grueling on my body. And this keeps me, like I said, quite healthy. It keeps me from getting sick. The same thing with if you go on a diet where you're going low calories relative to the work you do. That's another situation, or if you have a lot of stress at work, if you don't get enough sleep, those are all things that might cause someone to weaken and become sick. And I really haven't been sick, except for my allergies, which are actually quite under control. I really haven't been sick. I don't remember the last time that I had a cold or anything. So like I said, I think it's because of taking these taking 3 grams of vitamin C a day that has really kept me very healthy. Alright, fish oil tabs. I get a lot of healthy fats in my diet. Even when I go on a quote low-fat diet, for me low-fat, I still get a lot of fat in my diet. But just to get my EFAs, my essential fatty acids in, I take, to cover all bases, 3 fish oil tabs a day. I'm a big fan of Vince Gironda, everybody knows that. And Vince Gironda, Rio Blair was another guy who he saw eye to eye with in terms of nutrition. Rio Blair came up with the first really good milk and egg protein powder when everybody else was selling ground up fish or ground up soybeans. So those guys were really into digestive enzymes, and the idea was it's not how perfect your diet is, but how perfect the food that you digest is. That means you could be eating the best diet in the world, but if you're not digesting everything, you're not going to get all the nutrients into your body that you're taking in your meals. So they were big fans of digestive enzymes. And the first digestive enzymes that I ever used were from the vitamin shop, multi-enzymes. That's why I have this huge 600 tablet bottle still. When I take these, I could tell the difference immediately, okay? You could tell when that you're digesting much better. You could tell that you're getting a much better value from the food you're eating. You could tell you're absorbing more of it. The problem is, after a few weeks of using these things, I noticed that I was having problems with my stomach, that I was actually causing not like an ulcer, but almost like that. I was actually having problems with my digestive system because of this. And this has HCl, okay, hydrochloric acid, like stomach acid in it. So that's usually good for most people, but if you're like me and you're kind of prone to be having problems with your digestive system, that was a little bit too much. So I ended up having to stop taking them. Although I felt wonderful when I was taking them, I could tell that I was digesting things better, but still, like I said, over time, I was having problems. I had to stop taking these. So then I moved over to these, now plant enzymes, okay? Plant enzymes are good because the thing is they were the enzymes that I had in the multi-enzymes, but they had no HCl, they had no added stomach acid. However, I didn't really feel like I was getting the same results. Like, this is almost completely full. I took this for a couple weeks and I didn't really notice the difference. So I was kind of wondering about what the problem was, and a few days ago, like about a week ago, I went ahead and I looked up the nutritional profile of this and compared it to some others, and this is really underdosed, okay? So what I got now, the ones I'm working with now, are Doctor's Best Digestive Enzymes, okay? These are similar to the plant enzymes from now in that they have no added HCl, okay? They are just the enzymes, not the stomach acid, but just the enzymes. Now, what's important about these, however, is they are a much higher dosage of digestive enzymes than the Now brand, okay? So, like I said, this is what I'm really working with now. Doctor's Best Digestive Enzymes. It has all the enzymes, none of the HCl, and it's a much higher dosage than the Now brand that never worked for me. So I could imagine these working very well for me and not causing any of the side effects that I had from the Vitamin Shop multi-enzymes. And digestive enzymes are like really important because, like I said, you know, if anybody has any problems, whether it's gas or bloating, or, you know, if they just feel like, you know, things are sitting heavy in their stomach, it's because you're not digesting it properly, okay? And if you're not digesting the food properly, like I said, you're not going to get the value from the nutrients that you're taking in. However, by using digestive enzymes, you're going to get much better results. And, you know, examples are like Rich Piano, who's always talking about eating real food and eating more meals and eating more food. He himself said, I noticed in a couple of videos, he doesn't make a big deal about it, but he has mentioned after you start eating, you know, 6 meals a day or 8 meals a day or whatever, you need digestive enzymes. It's impossible to continue without digestive enzymes. And it's the same thing here. I mean, I'm eating basically, you know, let's say steak and eggs diet. I'll eat like a half a pound of steak and like 3 or 4 fried eggs in one meal, and I'll do that in a couple meals. So like I said, the digestive enzymes certainly make me feel like I'm getting the maximum value from my food in terms of the nutrients that I'm actually absorbing into my body. Big favorite of Vince Gironda. Almost all the bodybuilders in the 70s were taking them because Vince Gironda was training, but also the absolute nutritional guru of the time. All it basically is, it's not liver tabs. Some people think I'm taking like what is it, milk thistle or whatever it is for your liver. It's not for your liver. This is actually animal liver, cattle liver, like pressed together into tablets. Okay, so instead of eating liver every day, I just take these tablets. Really good iron and really good B vitamins. Okay, what that does is it gives you energy. It helps you build blood. Okay, and because of that, you know, muscle is mostly blood. Okay, so basically it helps you build muscle, and like I said, it gives you energy. My girlfriend's anemic, okay, and she has to take iron tablets. She has to take vitamin B tablets, And what she's noticed is if she just takes standard like supermarket vitamin B and iron, she gets an upset stomach. But if she takes liver tablets, what she's going to get is like the positive benefits of the iron and the vitamin B, but none of the negative benefits, okay? It's a different way that it gets assimilated into her body than just a standard tablet, which, like I said, upsets her stomach. And the thing about liver tablets is I take one for every 10 pounds of weight. So if I weigh, like, let's say 170 lean, I'll take 18 of these a day. I'll take 6 of these at each of my 3 meals. Once again, a reason why I try to eat 3 meals a day. And the last supplement that I take, it's not a vitamin, okay? It's not something that you digest at all. What it is it's a type of seed, a psyllium husk, okay? It's the same thing as Metamucil. This is just a store brand from Walmart, so it's a little bit cheaper. Sugar-free is very important. Okay, you don't want to be taking in anything with any added sugar when you're on a low-carb diet. And I take this once a day, okay? You're supposed to take like 2 teaspoons 3 times a day. I just take 6 at once at night before I go to bed. This is something that Vince Gironda was also really into. Okay, first of all, a healthy intestine is necessary for a healthy person, for a good long life. But another thing is you absorb a lot of food through your intestine. So by keeping it clean, you can make sure that you absorb more of your food, as much of your food as possible, and get the maximum effect from your food. This, like I said, is something that's really important for me. Once again, people say that the steak and eggs diet is low in fiber. Gironda did say, you know, in the beginning it was just meat and eggs, but after a while he said, yes, eat like a green salad or eat some green vegetables, you know, with your dinner meal or maybe with every meal, because just green vegetables are not going to raise your insulin. It's not a major source of carbs. My problem is I don't really like buying salads and different vegetables and cutting them up and then they go bad really quickly. It's a lot more convenient for me, being somebody who doesn't like to cook and is not good at cooking and doesn't like to buy food all the time, to just take 6 teaspoons of this at night, mix it with some water before I go to bed. And like I said, you know, that's just how I get my fiber and how I keep my digestive system healthy. Definitely, if I was only going to take like one supplement, it would probably be this, just because of the general health benefits that I get from it.